Well, hello, my lovelies. I hope you are all doing awesome. And welcome to the second reading of this new type. This one is going to be for all you lovely fixed signs. So my Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius, where y'all at? I hope you are ready. This is going to be for you guys. Let us see what comes up. And we're just going to get a little message for you. We're going to be looking at maybe how are you taking advantage of yourself and how can you stop doing that? Because you might not even realize it's going on. All right, my lovelies, let's get ready. Ooh, you are good enough. I like that. I really like that. Okay, and expect powerful change. So, whew, that's pretty cool. Okay, so all of you guys, I know that it might be a little hard to see sometimes, especially when you are, you like your patterns, you like your habits, you like to do things the way that you've always done them, and you truly have the ability to see things the way that you understand them, and also help people see that you have that unique perspective of you know how it is and you know what you want and you know how to get that, and you aren't afraid to surrender to what everyone else might want or expect of you, because you are who you are, loud and proud. So sing that out, okay? That's where you stand tall in your best confidence. All right, my lovelies, let us take a look here. So on the bottom, I've got the Nine of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the Devil. And then I've got Eight of Swords, ooh, 10 of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Okay, so on top, lots of air energy. Five of Swords, Death, the Magician, and Strength. Okay, ooh, the Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Fool. Ooh, okay. That's pretty interesting. I feel like there's something not quite readily obvious here going on, but it feels like it's a pretty clear picture. So Nine of Cups, Nine of Swords on opposite sides of each other. That's pretty strong to me. And then we've got the 8 and 10 of Swords over here across from the 9. I feel like this is talking about some sort of new cycle that you were just going through, coming to a completion. You've gained a little bit of experience and now you're moving forward into the next step of this. Five of Swords. I feel like there is some sort of second guessing going on, second guessing of yourself, because we've got the Devil as well. Seven of Wands over here with Strength and the Magician is kind of really telling the story of when you stand up to that, when you realize you're good enough, that's when you're able to move on. We've got the Fool down here on the bottom. And this is saying it's time to stop something and start something else. Page of Swords. This feels very, very new. Very unsure. So there's Knight of Wands and Death over here is speaking pretty loud as well. I feel like this is talking about some way where you've been self-sabotaging, coming to a point where it's either going to stop or keep reoccurring. The Wheel of Fortune here, right with the Devil and Death. So many major arcana and higher cards. That's really interesting. Let's see, what is the Nine of Swords talking about here, where we've got this unsurety, something that's like, keeping us up at night, making it hard to sleep, or Let's see. So we've got 3 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, Temperance, 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, and 7 of Cups. Whew. I feel like this is talking about some sort of self-confusion that's being created by looking back at what things are for somebody else and trying to make that for yourself. Being set in your ways of not wanting to change. And saying, okay, well, this has always given results before, whether or not they're the results you want. So why should I stop doing this? Because this is the only way that I know how to make something happen. 3 of Swords is giving a pretty loud energy here, and I feel like it's talking about where you're hurting yourself, not being hurt by somebody else, but it's something that you're perceiving as being done by somebody else. Let's see, what is the message of the higher self from this? Because I feel like this is trying to come out, and it's been trying to come out. So we've got 5 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, King of Cups. So there is some sort of resistance against this change that yourself knows you need to create, and wanting to move forward with that so you can bring in this healing of these final touches that are really trying to be put up. But there's some sort of holding back because of a 9 of Wands, King of Wands, 5 of Cups, a feeling of self-lack out of a misunderstanding of the fact that, you know, everyone makes mistakes, or everyone always isn't the best them to themselves. You know, you're your own worst critic. And there's this really feeling of getting stuck in that and not trying to move forward. And I feel like something is really trying to push you forward out of that, because it's trying to say, hey, okay, we've done enough of this baloney. Let's see where we're going. So we've got the Sun and 5 of Pentacles. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. No more putting yourself out in the cold. Because what's the point of that? But also no more feeling like that you're standing up for yourself in doing that. That you're saying, okay, well, you know, I might want this, but I'm resistant to doing it a different way because I've always done it this way that I know, whether or not that always feels good. So I'm just going to keep going forward on my own and do this anyway, even though I know it's going to be long and lonely and hard. 6 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. So there's definitely a needing to give up this feeling of having to do it all on your own. Because as much as there is plenty of things that you should or need to do on your own, that's, you know, your own job to do and no one else's responsibility, there's also the fact that you need to realize that there's other people in your life, and they are affected by things in your life, and they want to see that which is good for you happen. And, you know, just because you might think, you know, okay, well, I've seen how that affects other people before, and why do you want this? Why do you want me to do this so bad? Blah, blah, blah. Whatever you might be saying. Have you tried it before? Have you tried this new outlook that's being offered to you? I feel like you really haven't, because you're like, okay, well, I've learned from somebody else's mistakes. But this is a very personal situation that it happens differently for everyone else. It's like, you know, everyone learns at their own pace. And, you know, you can say, okay, well, if I take these same steps as everyone else and the only outcomes that I've seen is failure, well, are the reasons behind taking those steps and how you take those steps going to be the same? So really, they aren't going to bring in the same change that you believe you've seen for everyone else. Because maybe you're that one that's been waiting for it to happen, that's like, okay, well, it doesn't quite work for anyone else, but when I try it from my perspective, I have a different point of view, and I can see where I need to tweak this a little differently at a little bit of a different point in time. And that makes all the magical difference. So let's see here, between death and strength, what is the connection here? What's it trying to say? How can we realize that we are good enough to use our own strength to move forward? So 6 of Pentacles. Give up that desire to always make it exactly what you have known before, whether or not it's always worked for you. Give somebody else the benefit of that doubt that you are saying you need yourself so much. It's time to break free from those chains that you've wrapped around yourself. That's what I'm feeling around the 8 of Swords here. So let's look with the 9 of Cups. What is this possibility being offered up? Because we've got the 10 of Pentacles. This is a very physical new possibility. Very strong real life energy. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords, Queen of Cups, 8 of Wands, 2 of Wands, and 2 of Pentacles. Wow. So taking this one step at a time, you don't have to rush full on, headlong into it. Make the decision for you, but keep other people in mind, because that's when you have the best advantage here, because you truly have the ability to see both of those different sides and see where you stand in between and outside. So let's see a little more. What does the King of Swords want us to think about? We've got 2 of Cups, High Priestess, and the Queen of Wands. Bring love into the situation. Think about the fact that somebody else might have an understanding about this that you don't have, but that you also have understanding around yourself that nobody else can have. And use that passion for yourself and for everything else to be able to move forward and, you know, rock the world in a better direction. Don't rock the boat just to make waves. Rock the world to make the change, to be the change that you want to see. Because you've been waiting for so long, I feel like, for this change to happen, but you haven't made the decision yourself to be any sort of that tangible, foreseeable action. So let's see a little more. What is the Queen of Wands telling us? So we've got Page of Wands, Judgment, and the Hierophant. This is one of those moments where it's like your life has come to this for a reason. And it might not even be readily apparent or obvious, but it's from things that you have done yourself. You have walked down this path, and now it's time to take those last steps on this path. You have a really good advantage being a fixed sign. You can finish things. You have the ability to be like, okay, well, I've seen where it goes one way or the other. I know the end outcome that I want from this. Don't think about the miracle. Think about what it's going to do. And that's how you're really going to be able to allow yourself to release all of those worries and doubts and fears and allow it to come in. And that's what I feel like is being conveyed here, that you need to allow this possibility to come in the way that it's going to itself, but take care of yourself along the way and make sure that you aren't that which is stopping it. So, let's see a little more here. What the Fool is trying to show us, where we're needing to maybe take this leap of faith or, you know, try something new. Ooh, that fell out. Queen of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. I mean, come on. Lean on the support around you. Realize that you don't have all the knowledge that there is, and it's okay to not be omniscient and know everything. You are not an omnipotent being. There's other people who have been there as well, and they have done it some way else. maybe some way that they're trying to suggest. And you don't have to take that suggestion, but you can use that to formulate some sort of new path or plan of action that works best for you out of that which you know and that which you have yet to know. This is going to make a really very solid and stable foundation that you're going to be able to lean on for the rest of your life. And I feel like this is going to bring in, or it has brought in, somebody who's going to be very important to you. Maybe someone that you're going to see as like a guide. Let's see a little. I feel like you are right here in the middle. The Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. I feel like that's that which is around you. Let's see though. So with Queen of Pentacles, I've got the Emperor and the Empress. King of Pentacles, I've got Knight of Cups and Seven of Swords. Wow. So I feel like there's two sides here. There might be that one person that's trying to be like, oh no, you just keep doing what you want to do. You don't have to change. I'll be here with you while you wallow in that misery. But I'm going to step out of it and just look down from above. While the Queen of Pentacles over here, this is this more caring individual who I see, Emperor, Empress, right there with that. That's a very solid and grounding and healing relationship that's going to come in. It could even be like, you know, a parent figure or parental figures. And it might have to be with, maybe you have children, somebody who's trying to help you with, okay, you know, I've been here before with my kids. Some sort of group around you though that is very, one group is just really like, oh, well, we don't really care as long as you stick around. But that this other side is like, I do care. And if you don't stick around, as long as you learn something from this and you better yourself, that's what's important. But they do want you to stick around. They might not be going to be outright saying, oh, well, you have to stay. And if that means keeping things the same, well, then fine, so be it. This person is willing to be like, okay, well, if you want to think I'm pushing you away by trying to encourage you, I'll allow you to think that. But I feel like later on down the line, whether or not you keep them in your life now, they are somebody who's going to be there and come back in, or stay there if you don't push them out. If you really are able to lean in onto that support, which they are saying, I'm here to give for you, but I'll also be here for the emotional support too. All right, my lovely fixed signs, my Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. I hope you are all doing absolutely lovely, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, please press that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you get updates whenever I do more awesome videos just like this one for you guys specifically, and I will see you next time.